Hey, what is up, guys? So it is working. All right. So I'm actually gonna put this in Discord group, so I don't gotta do any of the YouTube stuff. But yeah, guys. So I'm actually gonna be making. I made a quick watch list. I thought I'll jump back into it for you guys and kind of go over what we're looking at, what I'm looking to expect for possibly next week. And obviously, guys, you only have to get one of these trades right, one of the setups, 20 to 100 pips. That's it. That's all you really need. Alright guys, so we're gonna start with, since I'm already at US CAD, we're gonna start at US CAD. So US CAD is a short, if you look at the monthly, short, weekly, short, brand new expansion line, on the weekly, that's a huge candle as well. We're anticipating it to come right here, which is about like another 100 pips. Also you could build into this position, guys, right? So that's 1600 pips, 160 pips, and then your daily is short as well. Um, Daily is short as well. This is going to be our target. Our target is going to be 1.3294, right? So that's going to be our target. Definitely a strong chance of it getting there. It might get there in the next couple of days, just depending on how Sunday money opens up. But long-term trade, guys, long-term, we're only focusing really on the daily. And this pair moves around 100 and 100 pips a day. So it's 160, definitely strong chances to get there. With that being said, how you could trade it is you could drop down to the 30-minute time frame, and then you could wait. You could build your positions into it. So this would be our target. We just wait for new expansion lines going to the downside. So this is a new one, but obviously it's Sunday, Monday. This was Friday market close, so definitely um, you know consolidate it, but wait for new expansion going down, and that would be your target down here. All right, so that's one. EuroCAD short, right? Alright, so we have, excuse that, it's my dog getting underneath the bed. What is another one? NZD. Alright, so here's another one that we're looking at as well. So this one, we are looking for a long, monthly long. There is some resistance right here. I don't know why I put this sell arrow, but it might rotate. It might rotate. You look at the weekly is long as well. But it did consolidate for a bit. I would say, if anything, this would probably be your no zone right here, meaning if it drops below this level here, you're pretty much out the market, right? Which is 120 pips. Even if it bounces around here, if it goes to this level, that's around 100 pips, so it's really good. Daily, we got a new expansion. That's why I'm looking at the setup. We got a new expansion to the upside. So this will be our target up here. What we're going to be looking at, what you could do is exactly what you do on the other time frame. Drop to the 30-minute, get a new expansion. Your stop would be below. I mean, I'll put my stop on the daily. This is probably my stop, which is around 80 pips. And yeah, just go to the 30-minute time frame, build into your position. Use wise money management, but that would be the case. So AUZ, I mean, Oz AUZ is up. And then we're gonna go to Euro New Zealand is also what is short. Let's see, it is short. All right, so let's see why I put that. So short below because it just bounced off this expansion line right there on the monthly. It just broke this expansion line on the weekly, so our directional bias is short. And then the daily is below expansion as well. I mean, if I had to put these in order, I probably would look at this one the least, but I still see some good potential. It's actually coming down to a new zone right here, which is 72 pips. This is at 63684. Definitely something that you could pay attention to as well. But with that being said, I think the first two that we did are probably the better setups. Like I said, you're not trying to trade everything. You're just trying to find what's moving and get the best possible setup. As well, you could drop down to 30-minute, 15 or 5, whatever you want. I use the 30. and you just buy with the new expansion lines going to the downside. All right, and then we're gonna slide to let's see, USJPY. So USJPY is a long. This thing's been long forever anyway. As you can see, we got a new expansion going to the upside. Monthly's long, just broke that previous liquidity line right there. There's not really any targets going to the upside, but I think there's a target on the weekly. Nope, nothing on the weekly. It just broke the weekly liquidity line as well. Daily, new expansion line, so it just came out of a box. I mean, you got to realize that these are all-time highs as well, so keep that in mind. But we're going to be buyers for this one. What you could do is I would definitely slide to the 30-minute time frame. And this one, it does move 120 pips. I mean, I would probably target 20 to 40, just because I'm not sure how far it's going to go up. There's not really any targets to the upside. Let's see if we go to the 4-hour. Yeah, so there's a target on the 4-hour. Since there was a new expansion line, this would probably be the target up here, would be this liquidity line, which is about 90 pips. So that would probably be the target. If it goes there, it could bounce off just like this. But if you even put your your take profit right here, or just go to the EDR's high, I mean, that would be a good target. That's like, what, 60 pips? But you would need an expansion on the 30-minute to do it. So probably if you get that new expansion to the upside, you could probably use that as your buying signal, and then you just target this ADR high. All right, so that's another one. So that's long. And then you have Euro US. Let's see, Euro US. Euro US is a, let's see, what did I put? Euro US is a short. This is a 30-minute time frame. Let's see why. Drop down, broke that liquidity line on the monthly. Weekly, below that liquidity line. This is that liquidity line too, as you can see it strong push to the downside. Daily is short as well. They're all below expansion. They're all signaling our signs to go short. What you could do with this one, drop to the 30-minute. As you see, the 30-minute it's above expansion, right? Which is even better for us because we're gonna get a new expansion to the downside. So we're gonna wait for a box like this. That's gonna be our signal. We can put our stop above the box, right, or above the liquidity line, and then we're gonna target 100 and 1900. So you could probably target 40 pips on this pair. Get in and out, you should be good. All right, so Euro USD is short as well, and then we got US CAD. I think US CAD looked pretty good. US CAD is probably long. I can't remember if I put long. US CAD is a long. Wait. US CAD is, yeah, US CAD is a long. Like all the other ones, we're just matching the expansion. Time frames above expansion, above expansion, above expansion. It did rotate a huge rotation, right? And market structure looks like this would probably be a higher, sheesh, it's a W formation, double top. So, I would see what it does at this expansion line right here. If it breaks it through, then probably a good sign that it probably rotated. So I'll probably leave it alone. But nevertheless, if it bounces up, it gets stagnant right here, it's gonna go to this level here, or at least break these highs. So it might break after the fourth touch, but our directional bias is gonna be long. And let's see, Euro Swiss. Euro Swiss is short for sure. Short. It did rotate a bit. There's not really any targets down here. Let's go to the 4-hour. What I would do with rotations like this is I would wait for the 4-hour to get a new expansion to the downside. And then once you get that new liquidity line, new expansion to the downside, that'd be your entry. You can put your stop right below the liquidity line and take it short. Looking at the ADR, I would probably target 20 to 30 pips off this pair, and you should be good. Let's go to the last one, almost 10 minutes. New Zealand CAD I thought looked pretty good, so let's find out. New Zealand CAD, boom. Alright, New Zealand CAD is New Zealand CAD short, below expansion on the monthly, below expansion on the weekly. Just broke that level. This is a huge target, right? But let's see if we could get a smaller target. It is below expansion on the daily as well. Definitely in some type of little box, but it might break through. It might rotate. You never know. We're not doing this for mites. But you slide to the 4-hour, wait for your expansion to the downside. Get your new expansion going down. This should probably be your target right here, which would be good. 60 pips. So this pair moves around 50 pips a week, a day. So yeah, you should be good with that, I would say. But yeah, those are the pairs. Definitely rewatch this. Take your own notes. See if you come up with the same conclusions. If not, leave it in the description below. Not description. Leave it in Discord group below. What you came up with and what you wanted me to look at. This is what I looked at so far that I think are good chances of moving. And sorry guys, I've just been busy. I'm actually in a couple different firms now. Oh, also, guys, instead of growing your own capital, just go to different firms, pass through challenges, they give you money. So definitely something you guys should all be shooting for and working for. And yeah, if you have about 4, all have like over 100 grand, you should be good. So yeah guys, hopefully this video helps. And if you guys have any questions, leave it in the Discord group below. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.